Finnegans Wake by James Joyce. Book 1, Chapter 5. The unmistaken identity of the persons in the Tibias duplex came to light in the most devious of ways. The original document was in what is known as Hana o Nahano's unbrookable script. That is to say, it showed no signs of punctuation of any sort. Yet on holding the verso against a lit rush, this new book of Morses responded most remarkably to the silent query of worlds. Oldest light and its recto let out the piquant fact that it was but pierced but not punctured, in the university sense of the term, by numerous stabs and foliated gashes made by a pronged instrument. These paper wounds, foreign type, were gradually and correctly understood to mean stop, please stop, do please stop, and oh, do please stop, respectively. And following up their one true clue, the circumflexus wall of a single-minded men's asylum, accentuated by so fib rock ing a san dips ich ina. Yard inquiries pointed out that they had been provoked fork of a grave professor, break fast table, acutely professionally piqued, to introduce a notion of time upon a plane, fas by punkt il ols sick in space. Deeply religious by nature and position, and warmly attached to thee, and smear bread, and better, and him, and new ladles. It was rightly suspected that such ire could not have been visited by him, brotfessor, prendergest, even underwittingly, upon the ancestral pneuma of one whom, with Ruma, he venerated shamelessly at least once a week at Coxworth Common as his apple in his eye, and her first boy's best friend, and though plain English, for a married lady misled heaps by the way, yet when some peerer or peeress detected that the four-leaf shamrock or quadrifoil jam was more recurrent wherever the script was clear and the term terse, and that these two were the self-same spots naturally selected for her perforations by Dame Bartlett on her dung-heap, thinkers all put grown in water-wrung spillful prateland only, and a playful fowl and musical me, and not you in any case, 2 and 2 together. And with a swarm of bisses honey-hunting after a sigh for shime, oh, the petty bonny rouge separated modest mouths. So be it. And it was. The letter-making of the exploits of Fjorgen Kammelhelsen, when he was in Kivin country with soldiers' men. With acknowledgment of our fervour of the first instant, he remains years most faithfully. For post-scrapped sea spoils, though not yet had the sailors sipped that sup, nor the humpher foam to the fill, and fox and geese still kept the peace around la berge du Père Adam. Small need after that old Jerusalem, or Huffsnuff, old Andycox, old Cassandrum, for quizzing your weekenders come to the RQ, with shoots off in a hiss, muddles up in a muss-mass, and his holds a dismantled noon-drunkard son. Howbeit we heard not a son of sons to leave by him to oceanic society in his old man without a thing in his ignorance, tulco maculi. And it was thus. He was at every time that son. And the other day, the day was in it, and after the morrow, dire mood is the name is on the writing chap of the Psalter, the juxtajunctor of a dear mate, and he passing out of one desire into its fellow. The daughters are after going and looging for him. Torba's nice lookers of the fair neck, wanted for millinery service to elderly's person by the totty Askinses, formerly confounded with a mother. Maybe growing a mustache, did you say, with an adorable look of amusement? And uses no class billiard halls with an up and down ladder? Not Hans the courier. Though, had he have only had some little laughings and some less of cheeks, and were he not so worried by his bulb of persecution, he could have, and would have, as true as excess rage. And not go fiff, go gossip, I declare to man, no. To all's much relief, one's half-hypothesis of the Jabberjaw ape amok the showering chestnuts of Bruzanos was hotly dropped, and his room taken up by that odious and still today insufficiently mal-estimated note-snatcher, cack, fooey, bosh, and fiti, much earny goose poteen, says you. Shem, the penman,